So,
Well, if there's anything that's going to get your headache to heal, it's probably the silky smooth sound of my voice.
oh, that's absolutely it. So
It
that's
doesn't help
this is my disclaimer for the day. When it comes to protein powder, get one that you like and use it, and don't deviate from it.
No.
Oh wow,
What
Mike, that
what
was so
what did
good.
you buy?
Uh, crap, what was that? It was ANS hydrolyzed protein, and it was not pretty. Wasn't pretty.
No. And I've had to switch because I was a Magnum guy forever.
Yeah.
I bought Magnum, and they made it a smooth, good, great
Oh
tasting protein.
yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And then they stopped carrying it. Like they don't
Yeah.
have it where I buy my protein. So
Yeah.
I had to switch to something else, which had a red label, and I wasn't 100% happy with it.
Yeah.
But I get sick of flavors. Like I buy vanilla 99% of the time. Then I buy like
Maybe a
a.
chocolate or something like that, right?
They had a like a cinnamon toast crunch one.
I just have a hard time buying into any of those flavors. It's just,
Really good in my morning oatmeal.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That'd be a good
It
one.
worked. Yeah.
But it's, a lot of those ones, I just don't really want to get into them. You know, it's just,
No.
it's just,
Well,
it's just. There's supposed to be 3 flavors, right?
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
That's it. 3 flavors.
And strawberry, I would get sick of pretty quick too.
Strawberry, I get pretty sick of it. Yeah, I agree. It is not my flavor choice.
No.
Obviously, after last night, it most definitely was not. So,
Jeez.
but,
So
yeah.
did you go back with it and say this stuff made me feel nauseous?
So no, I didn't. Because I had bought it and we were using it for a little while. Then about 2 weeks ago, I had some, and it made my gut really unhappy. Like, oh my god, this clear out the room sort of thing, right? But then I tried a different brand that I had too, thinking, okay, well, let's test out. Maybe it's the protein that's giving me some issue, and it didn't give me any trouble, nothing whatsoever. Okay, so I tried a different brand, I tried something else, and it didn't work. It didn't cause any problems whatsoever. Then I went back and I tried this strawberry one last night. Ooh, yeah, and it was like buzzing in the back of my neck, like a buzzy feeling in the back of the neck and everything. Stomach was just going crazy. So, how do you find out what's wrong?
I would say you eliminate the things that you think made it wrong.
No, what are you talking about? No, you go to ChatGPT.
Google it. Go to ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, and you type in. So I had this response with this protein, but I've had these ones, and it didn't give me those problems. Tell me why. And it did. It analyzed all the ingredients, and it said if you had these reactions, you probably had what they said wasn't an allergy. You probably had a histamine response to something like in the protein source.
Really?
Yeah, so they said it was probably a low-grade protein that the company uses that didn't react well with your system, kicked up a full vasovagal response in your head, right? Which is why you had the buzzing in the back of the neck, and it went right to your gut, and it just caused a massive shock.
See, here's where I don't know what could make me sick or what would do it to me, because I'm the king of questionable leftovers.
That's fair.
So I'll eat something, and Kelsey will look at me like, "When the hell do we have chicken?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in the fridge. It must be safe
from Christmas."
Yeah, and give me 8 hours. I'll tell you if it was fine.
Yeah.
But I was satisfied with my meal.
Yeah.
And whether I have to pay for it later or not. Hey, Pebbles and Polar Bear, how you doing? So yeah, I'm guilty of eating things that I shouldn't eat, and Kelsey will look over my shoulder just waiting for this time bomb to go off. And it does.
Yeah.
It does. And so what? That's a lesson learned. And I will take full responsibility for that. I will not make excuses.
Yeah.
I should have maybe smelt it before I ate it.
Yeah, exactly. I've so rarely had any food problems. I've eaten like a lot of questionable things too, right?
You are Chinese,
seriously,
so
right?
That is going to happen.
I've never had issues. Last night was one of the worst nights I'd ever had, so that was fun.
Well, it's a good way to drop a couple pounds. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you have a really negative, so you're not having a drink today. I'm going so lowbrow today. Like, I want you to guess what I'm pouring into my glass right now. And just to be fair, it's a Mickey because I did not want to commit to a bottle of this stuff.
Okay.
Think
Is it
think you're
is
you're
it some
19,
is it
19.
like some sort of maple or schnapps or something?
Oh, yes,
Butterscotch schnapps or something?
butter ripple schnapps.
Oh!
I had a craving.
Oh!
Here's the thing. This goes along with winter because this is what you drink when you're apparently snowmobiling. And
Oh god, it's gonna be a little bit of regret later though.
you know what? It tastes like ice cream. Like
Yes,
it's
and that's the
so
problem, right? That is the problem because inevitably you're gonna have a whole lot of it.
sweet, so smooth. Remember peach schnapps? Peach schnapps? That was the thing.
Yeah, that
And you
that
drink it
was a
and it's
common
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, it was good going down. It wasn't so good coming up again. That was the issue, right?
It was a little fruity, but a little bit acidy at the same time.
Oh god. But I mean,
So-
hey, you sucked it up and you still did it because you wanted to have a good time, right?
You're
What are you
going for the
supposed
effect.
What else are you supposed to do at the grade 9 dance?
You sneak in a Mickey, a butter
Right.
of peach schnapps, and you and like whoever's around you are apparently loaded.
Yeah.
Although you're not. You think you are.
No, yeah, you think you are. Yeah, it could be non-alcoholic beer and you still think you're drunk.
I think the greatest placebo effect that ever existed would have been 16, 17-year-old us splitting a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, that you got at a superstore, right? The non-alcoholic stuff, right?
But even alcoholic beer, like we would drink it. You're not drunk. There's no way.
No, there's no way. No, this is
You're acting like you're
seriously.
loaded.
Well, sometimes you just gotta feel like there's been experiments on that where they've taken like parties at college students or something, and they've replaced their alcohol with non-alcoholic beer to see who gets drunk, and everyone still gets drunk.
It makes no sense.
No,
But
and
I mean,
then if you go down to like Mexico, right, you're like 12 beers in by 11,
easily, and you're never really hammered.
right, and you're never feeling a thing.
But there goes the I was drunk excuse. It's
Yeah.
like if you're at a party and you're clearly not drinking alcohol and you're acting like you're loaded. I mean, if you dove off the roof into the pool, be like, yeah, I was hammered.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. No. That's not how it works here, kids.
No, the inhibitions go away, I believe, when you think that
Yep.
you are.
And I mean, when you have an excuse, you can act. That's the thing. If you have an excuse to be able to do something crazy, like why were you doing that? It's like, well, I was drunk. It's like
I was
hold
at
on
I was at a hypnotist years ago at the 40. And if anybody's ever been hypnotized, let us know. But we were at this thing, and you have to want it to happen, first
Yep.
of all. If you don't want to do what he's asking you to do, you're not going to do it.
Exactly.
So you're essentially playing along with it.
Yeah.
But I think you're so relaxed that you think that you're hypnotized.
That, and you've got everyone staring at you. You're on stage, kind of like your acting mode is on, right?
You're going along with it.
Yeah, you're just having fun with it because, hey, I can do whatever I want. I'm hypnotized, right?
Right. So
So
there's
did
no
you get up
excuse
there?
for me.
You got up there and got hypnotized.
I got up there with there was a group of us, and a bunch of us went up. Now, one guy was so hypnotized that every time the guy would do like finger guns,
Yeah.
he used to have a violent O in front of everybody. Yeah. and tell me if I'm wrong, but as a guy, there's no such thing as a violent one. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And that's
Not so
it. That's
violent,
magic.
really. Yeah.
No, not so violent. But every
done,
time,
right? So
finger guns, and it would happen every time where he would ask me to do something, and I looked at him like, no. You're relaxing and you're playing along and you're doing the whole and sleep, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure.
I'll go along with it. Everyone else is. I've got to do it anyways, right?
Right.
So-
But if you want to, it'll work.
So you sucked at it, is what you're saying.
I don't know if I sucked at being. Can you be bad at being hypnotized? It just didn't work.
I don't know. I've had clinical hypnosis done on me before, though.
Okay, so there's a flip side to that whole thing.
Yeah.
So one, you have the showman, the show of hypnosis, like Ravine or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you have the other one where I have a friend who he was in construction. He had a accident where he fell and he had a real tough time getting back up high again.
Right. Right.
And we were having some drinks after, and we ended up hanging out with the hypnotists. And she goes, "You know what? Just come by the hotel tomorrow, and I'll fix that for you."
Yeah.
And skeptic as we all are, he went to her,
Yeah.
and he said, "I know that I had an accident, but I don't remember the details of it."
Yeah. That's
And
interesting.
he was getting back up on high steel right quick after. He goes, I know that I fell at some point in time, but
Yeah.
it didn't affect me anymore. So maybe there are things that maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know.
There is. A friend of mine did clinical hypnosis on me. This must have been about 19 years ago. So he taught me how to do it on myself, how to get myself into a hypnotic state.
Right.
And it's pretty cool, actually. And I remember the first time doing it, I was in my clinic, in my treatment room, sitting in a chair, and he just has me under deep hypnosis. And he goes, "Visualize you're in water. You can breathe. It's nice and warm. It's the most comfortable place in the world. And the currents of
man.
water, the currents are lifting your arms up, right?" And I'm like, "Holy God, my arms feel like they want to lift up." It was the craziest thing.
I'm sure there's something to it. I don't know.
There is.
Could you imagine for a second? Like, because what we're talking about today is clearly people making excuses for poor behavior, right?
Yes.
And I thought about that. Did you ever see Office Space?
I didn't actually.
He got hypnotized to not care.
Okay.
Like whatever. And of course, the movie goes on, and he goes, working hard is like I wouldn't consider myself working here, like really.
Right.
And his doesn't give a shit meter was like off the charts, but they loved him. They were like, "Wow, you're so honest." Could you imagine if people got hypnotized to stop making excuses for themselves?
Well, wouldn't that be amazing, right?
But think about it. If it's weird for people to say, "Just suck it up. This is the way life is."
Yes.
But if we stopped making, if we just took ownership for our own bullshit and took responsibility for things and stopped making excuses.
Yep.
Like imagine big EMP just goes off, boom. And everybody is suddenly in that trance where they stopped blaming everybody for their own bullshit.
Yep.
How much better would the world be?
Oh, it'd be a whole different place. Productivity would go through the roof, right?
Yeah.
But hold on. But people do that, eh?
Do what?
Like you look at it this way. People who play video games, okay? So they think about all the stuff they can't do in real life. So they go into these video games and they play them all the time. They level up, they do amazing things to talk to people, talk to strangers. They're doing all these things in these online video games. But then they turn it off and they go, "I can't do something because I've got too much anxiety." But you just were. Like you just were.
Yeah, exactly. You just did it. You were there.
Right? But it's like, because it's not you, it is like an avatar version of you, right?
Okay.
So just like the movie Avatar coming out, like that was a big thing. Like
Right.
I remember when the first one came out, there was apparently a high increase of reports of depression amongst people, because they were like, "Oh, this amazing, beautiful world, and all these things can be done, and these people can accomplish all these incredible things." It's like, but so can you.
You can. Like, here's the thing. We were just talking before we started streaming that I did a thing, and I'm doing a thing for this product that I'm doing. And I'm like, how the hell did I do it? You learned how to do it.
Yeah. Just one
And
step
you
at a time.
accepted that you could do it. Long story short, I built a website in literally 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to code.
Which is great. Like, that's
Yeah.
incredible that you could do that sort of thing, right?
Well, I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm a big fan. That looks a little better. I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was saying that certain coding, and that's going to change, and it's not going to be as necessary. But you know who's going to make $500,000 in the next every year for the next many years? Electricians.
Yeah. Yep. So setting up mainframe servers and everything, setting up data farms, everything like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're working with your hands, you're pulling wire, you are about to hit your what was Taylor Swift's era? The Eras tour? You're about to hit your electrician's era.
Electrician's era. Yep.
Right.
100%. I mean, they're firing up nuclear plants just to power AI.
Right. They take a lot of power.
Like 3 Mile Island, they're firing those reactors up again.
They might as well, really.
I think they should do it
He said,
anyway.
it's not my fault. You know what? Everything that we do is our own fault. Like I'll take ownership for it.
You got to just take the responsibility for it. I mean, really, it comes down to doing that. And, we see that a lot with a lot of the young kids, like, why did you do that? I didn't do it. I watched you do it. Well, it wasn't me. I literally, can you lie better if you're going to try?
Horrible liars. Actually, it was, I wanted to see if I could get my kid to admit something that didn't happen. I had my parent teacher interview with both kids, right?
Right.
And of course, with our oldest, and it was great. The kid's got like 95% and stuff. And
Yep.
he's a mature, and teacher's like, you know what? I have adult conversations with your kid. I'm like,
whose kid is it?
Really?
Yours?
Yeah, mine. And he goes, like, he was just amazed at that. And he, nothing but great all the way around, right? Not that I'm boasting, but the reality is it was really good. And he, I came home and I had his report card in my hand. I look at him, I go, anything you want to tell me? He's like, what? I go, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to think about it and let me know anything that you feel like you'd like to tell me has happened in the last few months that maybe your teacher told me.
Right.
And he was sitting there sweating.
Poor guy.
Sweating.
That's cruel.
I know. And
did he come up with anything?
Nothing. He's like, what happened? I go, nothing. Great marks. I'm just asking if there's anything that you wanted to get off your chest.
Yeah.
That's
a dick move for your kid, though. Way.
Horrible. I remember coming home with my report card and my dad be sitting there like cigarette ashtrays, like sit down. I'm like, here we go.
Oh, I'm screwed. What am I gonna do? Yeah.
And the reason was I was lazy. It's like the reason I'm lazy.
Yeah, mention that, right?
Admit it. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's okay. Oh, hang on. Only you can control you, buddy, and take ownership of everything you do to make your own choices. You're in charge of your own feelings, and everything is possible if you put your mind to it. Really, pretty much everything is possible with hard work and determination. And I'd say being stubborn as all hell helps too.
Yes, very much so. It's good. Stubbornness is a good trait to have. Realistically,
tell me I can't do something, and I will give you a front seat to watch me do it.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's funny the number of times people will say things like that, or you can't do that. It's like, really? Why didn't anybody tell me that sooner?
Yeah, it's gonna say you maybe can't do that. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
and that's the end of it. I'm just gonna do it. But I mean, we have these things that people, afraid of parent-teacher interviews. Absolutely, because you know what? I was a little turd in school.
Well, yeah, like most kids are at some point in time, right?
Were you though, Jay?
Of course. Like, come on.
I'm going to assume you're
perfect angel.
You're good in math. How was your English?
Oh, not so wonderful. Not so wonderful.
No. But I mean, and the excuses we make as a kid, like, I didn't know I had homework. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. You just didn't care.
Yeah, you just didn't care.
It's fine. I get it. Like if I didn't have to care about the stuff I don't want to do, I just wouldn't do it. Right.
You know what I think part of it is? We lack inspiration. Maybe that's part of it.
Well, okay. So why do kids so I remember my son at one point in time, when he was still young, he realized very quickly that, he could try really hard and get a good mark, or not try very hard and not get a good mark, but the outcome is the same.
You're right.
How do you convince a kid that, no, you should still work hard? He's like, but what difference does it make?
Well, you didn't get the same. You didn't give them the same pep talk your parents did. Like, how come you're not a doctor yet?
Yeah, not Dr. Surgeon. Yeah, right. So we tried, and it's like, well, it's not about, and we try to have that talk with our girls too. It's not about the marks necessarily, but it is about learning to do certain things and accomplishment and getting things done. And they're like, I can get it done if I want to. Sometimes I just don't want to, and it's like, frick, it's really hard to argue with that logic too.
But what's amazing is as a child, I get it. But if you're an adult and you've been content with the bare minimum, okay, don't bitch that you don't have the extras.
I think that's really the thing. Like I've talked to so many people, and they say, "Oh, I can't," and it's like you got to be really careful. Those "I can'ts" don't turn into "I won'ts," right? Because that's a very different opinion.
Well, and it's either or.
Yes,
the either or mentality. Well, I can either do this or that, and how about and you can do this.
Yep, exactly.
And I would say that the reality is most people are working 8-hour days. There's 12 hours, I guess, shift workers.
Yeah,
which means you have 16 other hours free.
Well, okay. Ever take a look at how much time you spend on this little sucker?
My battery died, so I don't
You
know
know,
how much I used.
these little bastards, you can use them a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And how
If you
many
have time
times
to
have you had
scroll.
that? You know, where it's like, I need to do something that's going to be 15 minutes or whatever, right? Say you're tired, 15-minute nap, that would change everything, right? But you're like, no, I don't have enough time for that. And next thing you know, you catch yourself flipping through 30 minutes of TikToks or Instagrams.
It's nuts. And I think that like Jason making I can't, it's surely just synonymous with I won't. You don't want to try. Like I was telling Jay that what I did yesterday in a matter of minutes, thanks
Yep.
to again becoming a student of AI,
Oh, wonderful technology.
it would have taken a pile of time. Oh, you have time. Yeah. You can choose what you have time for. Like, I think that we need to spend more time learning how to do stuff and less time bitching that we don't have. Oh, it's funny. I was just distracted with my mobile hypnosis machine. My mom made it to Texas. She left on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go.
Down.
Yep.
No, she drives down. She's 72 and she drives to Texas every winter and spends a winter at the house they have there.
Yeah, why not? Right? Why
Well,
not? Eh?
again, and when people say it must be nice for things like that, you know what?
It is nice.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? The harder you work, the nicer things get.
Yeah. You know, the number of times I've had people say, must be nice to me, you know, for whatever the reason. It's like, yeah, it fucking is kind of nice. And it's like they say that and you're supposed to apologize and some sort of downgrade your accomplishments just to make them feel better in their own little place, right?
Or if you have a crazy idea, and I don't think there's that many crazy ideas. Like if it seems out there because no one's tried it, or the people you know are afraid to try it, it's not nuts if you're doing it. Like if you're doing
Yeah.
it, if I would have told you, Jay, if a week ago I said, Jay, I'm gonna build my own website,
Yeah.
you would have laughed. You'd be like, yeah, sure you are.
Yeah, probably not. I
And
would be like, yeah, go for it. I think that'd be kind of cool.
you would have. But I sat there and I like every idea that I could barf into my mic, and I just talked through the whole thing.
Yes.
It built it. Now, do I have the technical skills to write code? No, I don't.
No, but I mean, nowadays you don't really need a lot of the technical skills. That's the wonderful thing, right?
Mm-mm.
Like nowadays,
you
if you don't know a person, you could probably you can hire it out. You can get ChatGPT to do a lot of these things, which is what's freaking amazing, right?
Well, ChatGPT did all the code, and I just said, "Here's what I want." And even if I describe that to a web designer,
Yeah, it's
it
hard.
probably still wouldn't look exactly right. And here's the thing:
No.
if you're like, "Hey, that button's not the right place. I wanted it to look like this,"
Yes.
it'll rewrite the entire code for everything you just did, and bang, a minute later, you have a new website. It's absolutely,
Yes.
I'm in love with my AI, and not in a weird way.
Well, it is pretty powerful stuff. You know, it has a lot of skills that it can just pick up right away, and
It is.
I guess something that I use on a pretty regular basis because it just takes a lot of guesswork. But you have to be careful because you can very quickly start getting into the planning and the building and never do the execution.
Well, you know that the execution's happening, and we're both teed up for some execution, and we're
Of course, yes. It's going to be fun. You know, YouTube is a fun place to hang out. I'm going to say that. It's pretty interesting.
YouTube is a fun place to hang out.
Yeah.
Jason said he's too busy playing cards in the cafeteria in the hallway or smoking cigarettes outside. And kneeling. I remember kneeling back in the day when I was in Crocus or Massey because I did both. And I remember there's a dude that had a Coleman stove, and he would like cook his breakfast in front of his locker on the floor. And nobody cared. Nealon was a school. If you're kind of a free thinker, man, like it was awesome.
Is it still like that?
I don't know if it's still like this. It's like the French school now. It seems hoity-toity-ish. No, it probably still is. Like that's where the skaters went for the most part.
Yeah, it used to be at the Massey kids. Their parents bought their cars. The Crocus kids built the cars, and the Nealon kids stole the cars.
You're not wrong. You know what we didn't have in our parking lot ever in school, and I can probably say that this is not true anymore. You know what we never saw in a school parking lot? A car with warranty.
Car? Yeah.
Anything with warranty. No,
yeah.
I had a 1977 Ford Ranchero.
But there's a problem. There's a problem. It's really hard to get beaters, right? Because of safety and everything.
Safety's fine. Brakes are important.
Yes.
However, I believe that the kid's first car should be what I would deem as being a reliable shitbox.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. It's not fast. It doesn't have a lot of room in it, but it's not going to leave you on the side of the road for the
Yeah.
most.
Well, how many times did you ever have to push your car or somebody else's car?
Many times because we'd run
like-
out of gas because we'd put $5 in at a time.
Run out of gas, so your car would just die and nobody has any idea why. And you just give it a push to the side of the street and try and figure it out.
See, that's where we always hung out. We always had one buddy who was a wrench twister. So there was always somebody. But Massey didn't have a lot of that. Crocus,
No.
yes. Massey, no.
Yeah. But the problem is nowadays, like cars are more computers than they are mechanical components almost.
See, this is where you could probably come in.
Mm-mm.
Hook your
Nope.
iPad up to it.
Nope.
Knock it out.
Yep.
So AC, she goes, you have time to choose what you have time for. And you set a timer for 10 to 30 minutes, period. Like,
why wouldn't you? Don't do that?
Like, no. Timer for what? For like wasted time? Or
it's the Pomodoro method. You have a timer so you can hyper focus for your time frame on one task. You haven't seen that?
No, I thought she meant that she set a timer for 10. Explain. Did you set 10 to 30 minutes to waste on TikTok or 10 to 30 minutes to accomplish goals? Both are fine. Both are great, but I'm just trying to figure out where. Set a timer for hyper focus.
See, I went old school. I went old school with that.
How long is that timer?
I don't know until it runs out. So I think it was like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or something. It's not very long.
I can do
really just flip it over twice. And there's actually an app that I have on this. It's whenever you go into your hyper focus, it plants a virtual tree on your forest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an achievement. It's kind of lame, but it kind of helps for some reason.
But it's not. It's like a Tamagotchi, but it's more productive.
Kind of, right?
Well, and again, I don't have time to do this and this. Yeah, you do. I whenever I see someone, and we've talked about this before, the gym. I don't have time to go to the gym. Really? Have you ever watched a hockey game, football game, baseball game, anything? Yeah. So you have 3.5 hours to deal with 45 minutes.
Right. Hey, I lost you there.
At the end of you went without knowing how. Wow. You were a truck driver for 20 years and you went blind. Are you still blind, Jason? Because your typing is phenomenal. Oh, wait a minute. That's that little symbol is you did that with voice. Are you actually blind? We had somebody that was blind on the show before. Maybe it was him.
I don't know.
Again, let's just say you can't see or you can't hear or you can't talk or you can't walk. I know people that were paralyzed chest down.
Yeah.
That were more productive than able-bodied people. 74 Chevy Vega. Nice.
Old school. That's perfect. Well, I mean, you've always got like as you grow up and you meet people, you've always got the ones who seem to have every single opportunity who did nothing with it. Then the ones who had zero opportunities but seem to do something pretty crazy out of it. So,
right.
I mean, is what causes the ignition on different people. It's like there was a story of two twins. One was drunk alcoholic in prison. The other one was a millionaire. They asked the drunk one, why did you end up this way? Well, because my father was an alcoholic. Then they asked the successful one, why did you become a millionaire? Because my father was an alcoholic.
And that shows that right? Choices are there.
Yeah.
You can make a decision and you can live by that.
Right? That's the thing, right? I mean, these types of things are so researched. It's crazy. Like there's so much research on it.
Well, and again, somebody needs to explain to me how bitching and moaning is better than just doing the thing that you're complaining you can't do.
Well, yeah. I think that's going to be a huge behavioral science thing. There's tons of research on that sort of thing. I think you could dig deep down into why people take or don't take action and just stay inactive. Whether there's fear or judgment or whatever it might be, fear of missing out, the fear of success, the fear of failure, right? There's a ton of different reasons.
Right. And I mean, wait, we got to read this. But that shared a story with me where the high school teacher told him that it was okay for me to go into applied because, can I even say this out loud? I'm going to because I'm reading it. Indian kids like me don't really go to university. My kid turned around when he got home and said to me, "You proved that a-hole wrong." I don't understand. I really don't understand the stereotypes that come along with culture and intelligence. Okay. I'm going to assume that Jayon can play the piano.
Well,
Am
I
I right?
mean, a lot of that stuff is just it's layered racism is really what it comes down to.
Right. But can you play the piano?
Of course I can.
Okay. You're pretty good at math.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
really?
no.
Okay. But I would assume this. Why?
Were you saying I'm
Because
Jewish?
no, I'm saying you're Asian, and that it's the stereotypical thing. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Let's flip it the other way. I'm a bohunk. I'm a Ukrainian.
Okay, so what is the
What do you think?
stereotype? What do you?
You tell me. What? Come on.
Well, you put cream on everything, and you're big boned, right?
We're big boned. We do not
Yeah.
blow away in the wind. But
Yeah.
what are we good at?
Pierogies,
Oh,
making and eating pierogies.
there's nothing stereotypical that my particular culture would be considered to be good at. Fair?
I
Farming.
don't know. Ask ChatGPT. Pulling the plow, right? What
Pulling the
Ukraine-
plow, but I mean, there's no those
Let's see.
ingrained stereotypes, right?
Steri-
Positive or negative. We're not known for our intellect. I'll tell you that right now. It's a big thing.
Well, it's like the joke, how do you confuse a Ukrainian, right? So, oh, here we go. Strong work ethic, resilience and toughness, hospitality and generosity, craftsmanship and skilled trades, food culture, music, dance, folk arts, community loyalty. But it won't give me a list of negative ones. Okay.
because it won't, because it's ChatGPT. It's
Yes,
not gonna give you
because
negative
it's
stereotypes.
These ethics, Here's some
But-
lighthearted self-aware Ukrainians joking about Ukrainian cultural twerks. If you visit Ukrainian home, you're getting borscht, vareniki, holubsty,
Holubchi.
yeah,
Holubchi.
more bread, and then the actual meal. He'll say, "No, thank you," and full. They'll say, "Eat. There is no escape."
My grandmother, my Baba, used to tell me, and she'd feed us. I'm like, I'm not hungry. She goes, what does being hungry have to do with eating? Keep eating.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
our love language was our food, for sure.
Yep.
We would feed people, and we'd make sure people were comfortable.
Here you go. They can joke without smiling. You might think they're offended. They're not. That was the joke.
What would it take to offend you? Like, you could insult me, but I don't think you could actually offend me.
Yeah, I haven't really been offended I can't even think you'd have to work pretty hard to offend me. Because
But
seriously, like I've had people who toss racial slurs, like call me a Viet Cong or VC. I'm like, are you serious? That's not even the right country here.
Viet Congs, it's already plural.
Yeah. Or what was the other, like they call it like some of the Japanese terms and everything. I'm like, I'm not Japanese. Like,
No,
are you,
but it's
are you
actually
trying to
folded.
offend me?
But I would still assume you could fold something better than I could.
Possibly. Yes, definitely.
Of course.
Yeah.
I can't make anything but a paper plane.
No,
hang on,
I make a main sword is what I could do, right?
Really?
No, not at all.
Out of origami?
But that'd be really cool, right? So origami. I hate to say it, but I did go through an origami phase.
Of course you did. Of
Every
course you did.
kid does. Every
I painted
kid.
eggs. It was a
Yes.
thing. We all do this stuff.
Of course.
Hang on a second. Things don't have time for make sure we're not ignoring anybody in chat here. Don't have time for bitching and moaning. I'm guessing you said pushing, but it was bitching. It's all about concentrating and putting one foot in front of the other, advocating for the blind, deaf blind community, and getting on with my life. Bitching, moaning, and whining isn't going to fix shit. Amen, Jason. Bitching and moaning does not solve anything. My grandfather used to tell me, if you come to me with a problem and you don't have at least 3 solutions in mind, you're just complaining.
Yep.
Come to me when you got something.
Yep.
And we've somehow, culturally, we have somewhere stopped trying to figure it out for ourselves. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
someone else's problem. It's their fault that I'm miserable. It's their fault that I'm this. It's their fault that I'm that. No, it's not.
Well, it
I'm
got
sorry. We're
hard.
beyond that.
It got hard. You know, the number of times I've talked to people like getting started in like business or starting their own business, and then they inevitably give up or they try something different. I'm like, well, why are you doing that? Well, it was hard. It's like, yeah.
If it
It's
was
supposed to
easy,
be hard,
everybody would do it.
right? It's supposed to be hard. And like, well, I didn't think it would be hard. I'm like, why wouldn't you think it would be hard to do something new?
It's sort of like when you have somebody who they believe that as an employee, why does the boss get this? How come I don't get paid this? Well,
Yeah.
because you're an
Oh
employee
yeah.
and you put zero risk into this company. You put zero risk into this. This person put everything on the line to create a business to which you have a position in and you're paid for it. And just because chronologically you've been there a little bit longer, unless you've gotten better at it or you've taken some upgrading, you're not worth more. I don't care what inflation does. Inflation does something. However, it doesn't mean you're worth more. If you're better, then I would love to pay you more.
But you got to be more valuable. Got to be more valuable.
Don't just
like that's the thing.
If you're just turning oxygen into CO2 in an office and you haven't changed that in 5 years, tell me how you're worth more.
Years ago, I had a staff member that was trying to stir things up at my place. And the kind of thing that they would say behind my back is, why the hell does he get to make all the decisions? And one of my staff members finally said to him, because it's his business and you work for him. Like, who else is supposed to make these? Should you be making these decisions? Like, let's get serious about it. This is not a democracy. This is a benevolent dictatorship.
It is, but it's not in a bad way. The reality is, if you fail, they're all out of work.
Yep, exactly.
And I've seen many owners of many businesses, like, not starve, but their employees are living a better life than they are. Although, yes, there's money coming in, but it's getting paid out. And they will go without 100%. Like, I know people who have had businesses that their car, you remember the reliable shitbox we're talking about?
Yeah.
That's what they're driving because they're not paying $100,000 for a vehicle.
Well, that's the thing.
They'll have staff members with new cars.
Yep, exactly.
So, I mean, we all have to take it and try to look at who put the risk in.
Yep.
You have to be ready to fail and get your butt scraped. Absolutely. AC, it's like Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, right? Jayon?
Correct.
Okay. You know what else he invented? Over 100 ways
not to do it.
Not to make a light bulb. And when people fail. And when people worry, I think the biggest problem we have is people worry about what people are going to think about them when they attempt something.
Oh, of course. There's the fear of the judgment and, the spotlight effect that everyone has, right? Oh my God, they're going to judge me. But I mean, really, it comes down to nobody cares. And even the people who say they care don't really care.
Or the trolls, right?
The trolls, the Russian bots and all those things, right?
Slice and dice you online. Yeah. And I shared that video with you. It was Gary Vee again.
Yeah.
And he said, if you have ever left a negative remark on someone's social media, like, stop today. Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Explain to me how that is productive. How it is productive that anybody would make a negative remark on someone's social, whether it's a funny TikTok or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Why?
Because some people just like to watch the world burn.
Right. And they're the first people who say, you know what, this guy's an idiot on TikTok or Facebook, or look at these two dipshits that are streaming, but they would never do it.
No, of course not. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to actually do a lot of things online or in the world as a whole, right? It's very easy for people just to go, no, that's not for me. I don't like that, or I'm not good at it, or whatever the excuse might be, right?
Exactly. And Jason makes a good point here too. He says, those that do nothing make no mistakes, and those who try to achieve are the ones that make mistakes and learn from the mistakes so they can do better the next time. Here's the thing. Like, we doing this, like, I can put up videos all day long, and putting up a video and it being a static video, you'll see the comments, you can delete a comment, you can whatever.
Yeah.
Live streaming on the internet is completely different than posting a video.
Oh, posting a video is, you're really inviting yourself to massive criticism. Doing it on live, you don't get the same thing. People are a
get
lot
engagement.
braver. You get engagement. You don't get the trolls. You get idiots, but that's different, right?
Yeah, but I mean, with this, like, we would have to answer to whatever. Like, if someone put something dumb up there, we had those guys
Yeah.
at one time that were putting up stupid shit. But here, if you're going to say it, we're going to talk to you right now in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're right. People aren't tossing it at us.
Yeah.
But if you put a video up and people put negative comments, like, they're going to put it up and then leave.
Yeah. I did a video just talk about an exercise and why it helps with like shoulder health. And
Sure.
right away, I had some guy going on, you look at this fake influencer, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and he shared it out to his audience. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, okay, so I gave the wrong name or something, the different slang term that you're used to.
Sure.
And he got quite upset with it and decided to share it as a mockery. I was like, well, thanks for sharing it.
Fine, share. They'll watch
Why, if you hate it, why are you sharing it?
And here's the thing: when someone shares your stuff, no matter what they do with it, all they've done is they've done me a favor by spreading it out. Because then they'll look at the original video, because it always exists, and they'll see the other side. So please share it. I don't care if you hate it. Hate it. I don't know you. We're not gonna cross paths. And if we do, you know what? I hope that you have a good social media life, and I would commend you for building what you built. I don't care.
Right? I got death threats on YouTube at one point in time.
I remember that.
Yeah. I had some guy saying that he's going to come and kill me and my family. Right. Or something like seriously crazy like that. And I looked at it and did a little location check to see where he was. And it was like, I don't know, like Puerto Rico or something. And so it was like, okay, you're going to walk up to Brandon, Manitoba, are you? I'll wait for you outside. Get started without me.
And I don't think I've ever given them that much thought. But a death threat, I'd be like, come on over, I guess. Like, I don't know.
I'll wait for you. Sure, I guess.
And for the most part, people are good. But I do think that even if you're one of those assholes that gives 1-star reviews, if I'm at the point where I'm about to give a 1-star review, and some people believe that that's a thing, like they want to give those out. Yes, I review very rarely. But if you're going to give a 1-star review, wouldn't it make more sense to call the business and say, hey, there was an issue here.
Yeah.
Can we resolve this?
Well, we went through a little bit of a phase on Google and Facebook of getting like 1-star reviews, which affects your score because it's really difficult to take those down. So I just replied to them and I was like, do we know you? You've never been a client here. I don't know why you're upset.
Yeah.
I guess it's just people being jerks.
Some people feel better when they can bitch about somebody else. Some people feel better when they can push someone else down.
Yeah.
And some people feel better if they can have an audience or a crew support their negative bullshit. And this goes into, we're talking about excuses for poor behavior and how, and I'll say this out loud. What did I say it was? I wrote it down here too. Oh, like Greg, we're gonna do a thing. As the owner of a business, I'll happily fix a mistake or problem caused by my decisions. I'll be pissed if the problem was caused because an employee didn't do what I asked. Here's the thing. As an employer, and I've been an employer, your employees will do things. You're gonna have the way you ask them to do it, and then their interpretation of how you ask them to do it. That's not an excuse. However, Jay's out. However, it's when you have a what is it? If there's a problem at the store at your shop and it isn't taken care of to your satisfaction, there's sometimes you can't do much about that.
My dog had a dog treat stuff behind my filing cabinet.
Oh, of course.
Because where else would you put it?
And I think that, and as an owner, we're happy to fix things as long as we know that it needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
let's fix it. Fix it away. Even if here's the thing. Even if a fix costs, I'm going to use a ridiculous number of. Let's just say, because I know what Greg does. He bought Cowtown, right?
Right.
And let's just say the fix costs Greg $100, whatever it is. It was bad pair of jeans or whatever it is, or a shirt, and that
Happens.
person goes away happy. Well, that person's probably going to come back and buy 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 more of the things that he sold them.
Yep.
Like I'm happy to have something fixed, and people are faster calling complaints than to get an employee disciplined or fired. Yeah, I would never try to get anybody fired.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
They sure try.
Um,
People sure
and
try.
people make mistakes, and I'm not saying it's an excuse, but people do make mistakes. And when I see the effort put forward to do better, hey, I'm happy. Oh, hey, what's up there, bot?
Yep. Hey, Bob.
Stream Boo. Yeah.
You know, I remember I had a customer come into my clinic. He grabbed the door, flew it open, just tossed it, right? Walked in, slammed his hand down on the desk and said, "I want to talk to the manager now." So I stood up and said, "Yeah, what?" And he took a step back. He was like, "Oh, okay. I thought it was one of the girls I'd be getting to talk to." I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not a 200-pound guy, right?"
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I
So
never had a lot of people get in my face in my shop.
Yeah, he didn't talk too much. And I did have another guy at one point in time. He dashed on a massage. He said, "Hey, I left my wallet in the car. I'll be right back." So he went out and poof, gone. And we contacted him on email because he wouldn't answer his phone. And he sent a response back in all caps. "I'm never coming back to your effing clinic because you guys are effing lazy because we wouldn't bill it to insurance for him." So I responded to him
before the start.
I mean, you fully aware of that. So I responded to him, like, pretty tough guy, aren't you? Why don't you come talk to me face to face?
Yeah.
And he sure didn't reply. But I saw him at Superstore a couple days later, and he was giving me lots of dirty looks from a distance.
Yeah, they're pretty humble when they're wrong, right? And
yeah,
of course,
I love cowards. So
I love cowards. They're the best.
Yeah, great.
And they're the first they're going to squawk and bitch and moan that everything sucks and everybody else is the problem and not me. You know what? I can tell you what my weaknesses are. I've got a plethora of things that are wrong with me. That's fine.
I could start a list of things I'm not so keen with myself. That's like, come on. Don't try to make stuff up for me here.
Oh, Greg's talking about the farm. Well, on the farm, I'm guessing that things can die if they're ignored. So if it's a cattle farm or any kind of livestock, so I could see that being a major.
Isn't that just any business really? So if you don't there's the thing that I don't get with a lot of people with business, they kind of go, "Well, I want to build it once and just walk away and have it make lots of money for me." It's like, well, that doesn't really happen. There's always going to be a lot of work. And they're like, "Well, I don't want to keep building the business." It's like, then you're going to be declining your business.
Good luck. And it's again, well, the market's tough. And this. You know what? I will get out of my business what I put into it.
Yeah. That's why I like the capitalistic free market society, because it's like, well, if I want to get paid today, I guess I better do these things. If I don't do these things, I won't get paid today.
Right. But we also don't get paid by the hour. So we're in a different zone, because if we don't work, we could be in our place of employment and do nothing and get paid nothing. Where lots of people that are in their place of employment, they can do nothing and still get paid for that.
Where was it? There was a saying I saw. Hold on. Here it is. I never heard a crackhead say, "I ain't got no money, so I ain't smoking crack today." They always find a way. So you're going to let a crackhead out hustle you today?
Well, there's the thing. You're hungry, right? You got that drive. You want it. And there are people that look at Rick. Rick's a great example. You know who Rick is? He used to be at the corner of the Corral Center.
Yeah. The dreadlocks.
Dude puts in full days every day.
Yeah, he gets what he puts in,
But Rick is out hustling.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, for people putting the effort in to get what they want, Rick is out hustling, I would say 70% of your day-to-day workers.
Yep. But you got to look at it this way. What a lot of people want now is they kind of just want the guaranteed income, right? They want to be able to go, I know for that if I go to work and I put the 8 hours in, I'm going to get paid regardless of what gets accomplished. So they kind of want to have, the perceived income of an entrepreneur, right? They want to have the prestige of a business owner, but then they also want the security and the benefits of an employee, but they want the time off of a homeless bum.
There's that. A person married finds time to cheat on their partner. Find time for your passions too. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: when I see marriages fall apart, and I've seen a plenty of them through my chair, very rarely is it one-sided. Very
Well, yeah, unless you're dealing with like a complete psychopath or
rarely
narcissistic
is it
tendencies,
one-sided.
right?
What's that?
Sorry, I lost you for a minute there. Unless you're
Yeah.
dealing with like true psychopaths or sociopathic tendencies, narcissistic tendencies, that sort of thing.
Well, I
And
think
then,
that
and then you really have to look at the other person's like, well, so what attracted you to that, right?
we know the people fairly well before we marry them.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean,
Unless you're a true
there would have
psychopath.
there would have to be a major shift in psyche.
Well, some
for me
people
to
do. Some people do drastic changes too. So if you're married like 20 years, you've had drastic changes in your personality, belief structures, everything. And sometimes people don't grow together; they grow apart.
That does happen, but again, I'm a sucker for commitment. So
Well, yeah.
is
Is it-
okay.
Could you imagine dating? Like, oh God, some of the stories I hear, they just
I wouldn't date me.
Oh,
I wouldn't
right?
marry me.
Gross,
Are you
eh?
nuts?
Like,
Like
oh
even I better say I would not marry me.
no.
I mean, I'm a solid. What was this?
3.5 was it?
10? I'm
Yeah.
like a 4 on a good day,
Yeah.
and a 3, on average.
But I
I
mean,
don't
you
know.
you can make a good pierogi. So I mean, some people
Make a
that's their love language, right?
Doesn't help when your wife is gluten intolerant though. So I mean, that's really screwed up.
Yeah, that's a problem, eh? So don't date.
Don't
as
date as a health
hazard.
hazard. Dating is an expensive venture.
It was a lot easier back in the day when you had to get the balls up to go talk to a person.
And whatever happened to courting? And again, there you go. And here's a great example. It's the world's fault that I'm single. Is it now? When's the last time you were out in public? When's the last time? Like, I
Well-
would be screwed if I was ever single because I don't go
Okay,
in public.
but you got to look at it this way. Some people, okay, they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and go, "Damn, I look good today."
Yeah, I haven't had that problem.
Right? Like, but like some of the people out there, it's like you got to look at yourself. Like you really have to take a good examination of where things all start from, because whatever you got on the outside is still kind of reflection of what you got going on the inside.
You're not wrong on that one, but I mean, I think that I if you say you're humble, then you're not humble. But I don't. Kelsey could have done better. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like,
I don't think she'd agree, but that's fine.
I think like she's a couple notches above my league, and I'm grateful for her, and I love her to death. But let's be real, she's far more attractive than I am.
There's that's how dating works, though, because not not all an attraction, right? That's the thing.
No,
Now,
personality makes up for a lot of it.
if you look like a homeless bum, there's probably a good chance that she would have not had put a chance on you, right?
No, who knows? Like maybe sympathy. Jason, everybody
Sympathy.
looks awesome in my world. Jason's blind, and he's telling me that everybody looks awesome. But isn't that again, not to minimize blindness, but what an amazing equalizer as far as looks don't matter, personality shines through.
Yeah.
And you're going to get to know the person.
This is like an extreme case of shallow Hal, right?
Right.
Where he can only see like the good in people.
And here's the thing. I also believe that I believe there's more good in this world than bad. Maybe I'm an optimist, but I believe there's more good than bad. Very little evil, very little. And we talked about this a few strands ago.
Oh, yeah.
A few streams ago.
What Jim Rohn said, there's only like 10 or 12 really awful people in the world. They move around a lot, so you keep running into them.
Right. But there are plenty of people that are miserable.
Yeah.
So there's more good, way less bad, but a lot of people that are just everything sucks.
Right.
And they will live in that sucky little cesspool that they've built for themselves. For what? Like how are you getting better or happier? Like if
it's some people just find it really hard to get. No, that's it. They just find it really hard.
What's hard?
Everything.
It's hard.
Hard.
Of course it's hard.
Well, yeah, and like there's another saying. Like I told you this one. He was when you're going through hell, you don't stop halfway, right? But it
No,
seems like a lot of people are just in holding patterns stuck in the middle there, right?
they're
So,
sitting there in hell because it's this sucks. I'm just gonna sit here and
yeah.
and sit in the shit for a while.
Oh, somebody
So
change it
what?
for me, like just somebody change it for me,
Somebody give me a ladder. No, crawl out. No
Yeah.
one's coming to save you. Find it good when you find good when you think good and you see what you want to
Mm,
see. You'd see what you want to see, but here's the other part of that. You can also see through bullshit. Like
yeah.
you can tell if someone's just, you know what, you're so full of it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Like, how cool to be to invent something? How cool to be to write a book? How cool to be to
Just
do
do
like
something, and it's like, hey, you, but a lot of people, okay, so a lot of people just have the inability to get started, to take the first steps because they don't even know where to start. Well, the secret is just get started and doing something. It doesn't really matter what it is. So when people are like, well, I've got to lose like 200 pounds, I just don't know where to get started. Should I do this or this or this? They've got too
start?
much noise. Just start with something basic. Just start with the basics and start doing something consistently.
How about a pound?
Yeah.
A pound. You realize how much a pound is? A pound is a mass.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I only lost a pound. Do you realize what it took to lose a pound? It's a lot. And this whole we're talking about the fat positivity, the body positivity movement that happened.
Yes.
I dislike that so much, mostly because I was fat.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? I put in the work. You put in the work. Don't tell me that I need 2 seats and I shouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wake up and you've lost 10. Exactly. Like if I'm telling you that I need 2 seats and you're going to give that to me for free, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that.
I was talking to a lady and she started a weight loss strategy, and the conversation went a little bit like this. So yeah, I've started doing these things, started getting some movement, started eating more protein.
Yep.
And they did measurements and they said in total in the last like 3 weeks or something, I've lost 22 inches.
That's a pile.
But then she says, but that's only equated to about 7 or 8 pounds, and I feel like a failure.
Are you kidding me?
And it was like, in 3 weeks? It's like,
That's almost unheard of.
so it was like, that's huge. But I mean, why are you only using weight loss as your metric for success when you're literally can play the game? Oh, hello. There we go.
Jeez. You read it this time, Jay. You're faster than me.
Oh, it's all about perseverance. Everything's a challenge to continue to put one foot forward in front of the other one. Everybody can do what they want to set when they set their mind to. Life really challenges you. When you lose one of your senses and you learn how to put one foot in front of the other and keep on. But the only thing I don't do or operate is motor vehicles because society seems to have an issue with that. That's fair. I do everything: cooking, cleaning, running, chainsaw mowing the lawn. That's interesting. I'd like to see that.
Right.
Splitting wood, raising beers. Oh, like just lifting beers. And
Yeah.
everything else. Yeah. It's both steadfastness, putting your mind to it, and perseverance. I agree. Yeah. Just one step at a time. So
you raise bears. He raises bears. Okay,
So-
Jason, I'm gonna ask you: are you completely blind? Because, dude, I split wood, and sometimes I miss the log, and I
Yeah.
can see mostly. You raise bears, but I mean, it's you start, and if you think that what you're doing isn't enough, you did more than you did before. All I wanted to see people do is more than yesterday, be better than you were yesterday, whatever it is. And if you're gonna bitch and moan that it's the economy's
Yeah.
fault, shut up. How are your investments doing? Because I'll tell you right now, lots of people that talk about the economy
they don't have any investments.
They have no investments. You haven't invested. You're just bitching because what? Eggs are more expensive.
Yeah.
Eggs are by scale. That was supposed to be raising bees. Honeybee, how? 99% you can see light. My God. So far, he's braver than I am, and he can't see the bees.
Hmm.
But he can hear them.
Yep.
So that can
horrifying. You just know they're coming.
God, I was making a point, and then I got distracted. Damn it.
Okay, so here's a point. Here's a perspective for you.
Yeah.
Stephen King the novelist, right?
Mhm.
And so he's crazy prolific. How many books has that guy written?
More than me.
Okay, and he has like been on record saying that he tries to get 6 good pages a day of writing. 6, that's it. Okay,
That's still a lot. Yeah.
right. And he says that way he can finish like a novel in like 3 months.
Well, that goes back to what my dad used to. I said this to Bo yesterday, and Gage, it had something to do with her studying. I said, you know what? My dad used to ask me, what's the easiest way to eat an elephant?
Yeah, one bite at a time.
One bite at a time. I go, you can just one bite at a time. Take a bite. Take the bite.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you take the bite, then you're gonna have another bite.
There's a great book called Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy. Fantastic book. Worth getting it. Take a look at it.
I will. What? My Nicomas used to feed the bears and I thought she was wild. I'm going to assume that's a relative. My Nicomas? Is that like a Baba?
Must be. And
feed the bears. Here's talk about feeding the bears, which you're not supposed to feed the bears. We were having a conversation and they were talking about bears. The kids were talking about bears in school. And I said, I remember being a kid going through Riding Mountain National Park. Do you remember there were like a cake cookie thing that came in a package? It had like 2 little cake cookies and then cream in the middle, chocolate. Anyway, I remember hand feeding those to black bear cubs in the ditch with my grandfather. And the mama bear was like over there.
Well,
and I never thought anything of it. They're cool. These 2 cubs came up and they're eating.
Oh, they're so cute, right?
Yeah, no big deal. But apparently,
is that where you lost your finger?
Yeah, apparently back in the 80s, bears weren't as ferocious as they are now. So it was safe to feed them cookies.
Well, they're probably pissed off at us for doing all the crazy things to them.
You know what? I read something really interesting that we're talking about people not taking accountability or taking responsibility for their lives. And we can go through the generations that we believe have been that. Isn't it something how Gen X, we were supposed to be the biggest slackers in history?
Of course, yeah.
We were destined to be just grungy slackers.
Yeah, just grunge and just do nothing society, right?
Well, now they're saying that Gen Alpha is destined to be the next Gen X.
Okay. Kind of believe some of that.
They're seeing that kids that are a little bit older than them are really soft.
Yeah.
They have parents that are really hard, like Gen Xers. And they don't want to be like that, so they're going to start mimicking what we're doing.
What was
to
that?
A greater extent than the previous generation.
Saying?
Gen Alpha, Gen Alpha could possibly be the next Gen X because they're going to be the forward thinkers and the independents.
Here's a one that I thought this was pretty good. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times.
Absolutely. The more you bitch, the more you have to bitch about. Like, I've never heard you complain about much, Jay.
Well, I could, if you would like me to. I could switch it around a little bit. But, it's not going to be very exciting. I'll say that much.
But there's the people you surround. Yeah, Gen Alpha. But the people that bitch and moan the most surround themselves with people that bitch and moan the most.
Yes.
You and I bounce ideas off of each other. And I mean, I'm supportive of everything you're doing, and you're back and forth. Like do it. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are telling you to go for it and try it, you're going to do it because now there's a little bit of it's overdone. What's overdone?
I don't know. Well, there's a saying: you're the sum of the 5 people you associate with the most, right?
Of course you are. And if you want to hang around with losers, guess what?
Yep.
If you're hanging, if you think you're hanging out with 4 losers, you're the 5th in the room.
Well, exactly, and it just changes the mentality, the mindset. I had a client in yesterday. We were talking about money very specifically.
Sure.
And we were, really talking about how poor is a mindset. Poverty is your place in society, right? But a lot of people they just think poor is just not having money. It's like no, it's the entire mindset.
Absolutely. Who you surround yourself with? And AC, and you're right with the mindset, Jay, and AC's making the same point. Like, when's the last time someone picked up a book and got inspired by somebody? I got inspired, I shit you not, yesterday afternoon to try something. And then I sat in here and I did it. I'm like, oh my God. And then it was a rabbit hole for hours of me just going and going and going and going and going. And so there were results. I'm like, oh my God, this is working. Because somebody said, you know that you can do this if you try this. I'm like, bullshit. He goes, and they showed me like, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to see proof that it can happen before we try to do it.
Well, that's the thing. People want to get motivated to do something. It's like you don't get motivation to do something. You get the results, and then you get motivation to keep doing and get more, right?
But then you can also take that and inspire someone else to do the same thing.
Correct.
Not interested doesn't align with you. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm not interested in social media. And I think that we get fed a lot of stuff, but it will change the more you
Start
deny
curating it. Yeah.
Right. Because social media, and again, going back to what I've been watching and listening to and following and becoming a bit of a student of, social media is no longer social media.
Correct.
It's interest media. What you're
Yes.
interested in is what's going to show up. So if you're interested in something, like what's something ridiculous that you know, when you're thinking about a vacuum cleaner and suddenly that's in your feed because you talked
Yep.
about it or you looked one up,
Yep.
you're going to get fed that for a while because that's
Yep.
your interest. It used to be you had to follow somebody to see their content.
Yes.
And that's not the case now at all. Like, oh, I can't possibly grow on social media or get followers. Yes, you can if you're interested.
You can. Yep. Yep. You just gotta be kind of cool. Okay. So Tony from LC Science, right? He's on a spree right now because I see his stuff everywhere right now.
Oh, the guy's like, I don't give a shit, but if you want to buy a
Yeah,
I love that.
exactly. I like his. It's so funny, but I see his stuff everywhere for the last few days, and it's like he's trending or something's going on. People are sharing his stuff and they're pumping it out everywhere, right? Because I know it's interesting, it's cool, it's funny, it's
You know what?
lighthearted, it's offensive.
What do you mean by that?
Some people get
What's
offended,
offensive?
and that's why it's so funny, right? Because some people are just so upset that they can you see this? I'm going to share this to you, and so how offended I am. It's like, okay, you're just doing them a really good favor because that's exactly what they want.
What's the most offensive word you can think of? Just say it.
The most offensive word.
Okay, I'm going to say a word that I don't think is offensive. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
I think Tom Segura said this during one of his specials. He's like, I hate the word that we can't use the word midget anymore.
Okay.
Because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's little people. But
yeah,
he goes little, like with the hands. That's what I mean. He goes like, there's a difference.
Yeah.
And we can't use that word anymore. I mean, there's certain things that were descriptive that became offensive. Like, here's the thing. If I was still fat and you said, hey, tub ass, I would know who you're talking to.
Yep. Well, so now if you're playing youth hockey, what's your descriptor anymore?
They still use the word midget.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I thought it was gone. I thought they yanked that.
They have midget hockey. Okay. Anybody watch sports? I haven't watched a sport since.
I thought they pulled it. Well, what are some of the teams they've gotten rid of too? The team names they've gotten rid of.
Like what?
Edmonton? It's the Edmonton Elks now.
Weren't they the Oilers?
No, football.
What were they before?
The Eskimos.
What's the problem with that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Dude, you're talking to the whitest. I'm like virgin. I'm so white. I guess, but what did that cure?
The Chicago hockey team has changed. It hasn't changed its names, right?
The Bears,
Blackhawks, Hawks.
What's a hawk? Yeah, it's a hawk. So what?
Yeah, the Black Hawk. So because it's indigenous, right?
A bird.
Well, it wasn't a bird. That there was a logo, right? So,
God, I wish I watched sports. I just don't know what they use for logos. I think the Council Association of cancel culture, I guess, is what you're going with. Makes it hard to express oneself, and people are too easily offended. But offense, what happens when you're offended?
Nothing.
So who cares? Like sticks and stones, right?
Yeah, but it will have an impact on different people too, right?
It will. But what I'm saying is that if you, again, going back to what my grandfather used to say, he goes, there are certain people that will pick fly shit out of pepper.
Yes.
Just to find the fly shit.
Yeah.
if we're having a long conversation, let's just say we're having a 4-hour debate, and one word that I said you didn't like,
Yeah.
and you're going to take me to task on it.
Yeah.
For the love of all that is holy, do you have nothing better to do with it? Like,
Oh,
did you get anything out of the
God.
3-hour talk we were having?
Jesus, we see a lot of those things online, and we're
Of course you do.
it's
Like,
like,
oh,
oh
you
my
did
God.
this.
Some of the interviews that people do, and they're like, "Did you just say this?" And then they dig into it. It's like, do you think anything good is going to come from digging into this conversation at this point in time?
Well, the thing is, you could be the person that, let's just say you take a person who's genuinely good,
Yes.
just for argument's sake, genuinely good. And they, during a course of an hour or whatever, they say something that somebody just doesn't like.
Right.
Now, they could have been the whole talk or lecture could have been incredibly inspiring, incredibly everything.
Right.
However, one phrase, one word, one whatever is the only focus, yet so much was constructive.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Are
so take Gandhi.
you really helping anybody by destroying?
Sorry, lost you there. You take a look at Gandhi. Has people generally can see him as generally a good person, right?
Almost?
But he's said things that have offended people very drastically, right? Like quite often at times.
So why didn't we ever hear about it?
I don't know. Like he's had
Because
some
because
so
he was a
he's-
genuinely good person.
right?
Right?
But right now he's definitely being taken some shots at, like as like I googled it here. So he's got some political views, Holocaust views, women in celibacy, describing different cultures and things, right? Different words that were offensive. So I mean, there's a lot of these things that people say because
But-
not everyone is a complete saint in everyone's eyes.
No, but Gandhi died when?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So
When
we're
did
talking
Gandhi
the
die?
guy who was alive during the worst time in modern history
Yes.
and died, I'm guessing, in the 90s or the 80s.
Let's see. When did he die? Oh, no, not even close, man. 1948.
He died in 48?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this dude lived through absolute hell.
Yeah.
So
from
guess what? He's gonna-
1869 to 1948.
Right. So if he's going to spit some shit that's a little offensive, tell you what, this
Yep.
dude's lived through literal hell and he doesn't give a shit what you think about what he says. But 99.999% of everything he said was probably lovely.
Correct. It's just sometimes we start evaluating what people said in a different time through different colored lenses of the current day, right?
True. Like I'm sure that there was that short guy with the mustache in Germany. He might
Yeah.
have said some really inspirational shit. But the problem is,
Well, what year was he
99
Time? What year was he Times Man of the Year?
Right. However, he was more bad than good.
Right.
Right. So
Like he's kind of did some questionable things here. Time
He did.
Magazine, 1938 Person of the Year.
wow.
What
Okay.
happened a year later?
No longer person of the year. Suddenly they
Right.
open up the Epstein files and it's not all golden sunshine.
Yeah, well, he was
People
Person of
get
the Year
addicted-
of 1939 too, just for different means.
You're right. And Jason's right. Sticks and stones. We grew up with that, man. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Words will never hurt me. And please, words, there is not a word you can use that would ruin my day.
No,
What, cracker?
what is an offensive word for a white guy?
I think just saying
Cracker?
racist, even
know,
though they're just
trailer
existing.
park?
Like if we're just there, like there's no need. I'm
Right.
here. People get addicted to anger and dopamine fix. You're right, AC, and they get addicted to anger, and then there's professional victims.
Yes. Yeah.
The victim mentality that poor me, everything sucks because of everybody else but what I'm doing. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, if you're spending your day doing jack shit with your life, and you're spending your day maybe, I don't know, drinking, do whatever you're doing all day long and accomplishing nothing, that's a you problem.
Very
Like
much.
it's an issue, not an issue me.
Yep. But a lot of
Uh,
people like to make it more about themselves because most people see themselves as the main character in the big story, right?
They do. And when you see somebody who is, you know what? When people are really genuinely trying to get better at life or trying to fix something or whatever, and they're struggling to get there, hats off to you all day long. Even if you're failing, but you keep on going forward. It's the ones that sit there in their puddle of shit and then expect someone else to fix it for them. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't lose the weight for you. I can't put the cigarettes down for you. I can't make those other 16 hours of your day more productive. We talked about this last week. Like if you made
Yeah.
another $100 a week doing something, anything, I don't care if you're knitting and selling fucking cloth diapers, however it is. But if you're doing something and you're making it a little bit better,
Hey,
then you're moving
you're
in the right
doing
direction.
something. Yeah. But
Yeah.
right now, for a lot of people, they find it is very difficult to actually get started because we have lost track of the long game and the long vision, and we only look at what we can accomplish in the next 2 or 3 days or very short term, right? So when it comes to like things like saving money, like I'm sure it's because you're an agent, you would hear this all the time. I don't have enough money for a down payment. Well, not right now.
And now,
I've had that argument with people before. You know, they're like in their 20s. They're like, "Well, I can't afford a house, so what am I supposed to do? This sucks." I'm like, "I didn't buy a house until I was 29. We saved for years to get a down payment."
Yeah.
And I get it; it's a hard time right now, but it still doesn't dismiss the fact that if you don't take any action whatsoever, you're never going to get any results.
well, here's the thing. It was never easy to buy a house. It was
No.
never easy. Like I'll tell you right now. And right now, we math
And
this out.
relatively new too, really, if you think about it historically, right?
Yeah. But
Real
I mean,
estate in itself.
it's never easy. It's never easy. It's always a grind because there's sacrifice, and you
Yep.
have to be willing to sacrifice. Do you know what? And we talk about the boomers and how you know what the boomers didn't have.
A lot of things.
The boomers didn't have 7
Netflix.
subscriptions to all the streaming services. They didn't buy $10 lattes, and they didn't go for dinner 4 times a week.
How much does your phone cost every month?
Enough, like you could have a
Like,
landline. You
frick.
could buy a flip phone. You could buy a
Yep.
flip phone for $150 that'll talk and text
Yep.
for $19 a month. Why do I know
Yep.
that? Because that's what the kids have is a flip
Right.
just for communication.
That's
And
right.
your child does not need a smartphone
No,
at $60 a month.
no. Unless my thing is, and this is what we told our girls, you know, you can have a phone when you can pay for it yourself
Yeah.
when you start working. So now, like my oldest girl, she's doing janitorial work at the clinic. So she's
Yep.
working for us. And then she's going to buy a phone. I don't know what she's going to get, but it doesn't really matter because she will have to deal with it. Yes, there is some wonderful philosophy in the power of the language. It's
Is that
Thiong,
how do you say that?
Thiong, I think. I've
You've
seen
made
that
it
artist. I
sound
don't know how
like
to say it.
$75. Yeah. The philosophy of power of language, and it's the way we speak. Here's the thing. We could say something, make our point, even if you slip something in that was mildly off color,
Yes.
but your intent was right.
Yeah.
Intent is a big thing. And that comes down to how you speak
Yep.
and how you conduct yourself and how much you put into your life.
How your
If your
clarity is. and
intent
everything. Yeah.
is to have someone take your if your intent is to have someone else cover your shit,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. If your intent is to build something better and improve your life and to make your family's life better and have the next thing, I commend you for that. When you look at how hard is it to buy a home, it's not easy. It never was. And we had a broker in and he explained this to us that if a couple earning minimum wage can afford a $250,000 house,
Mhm.
a couple making minimum wage can afford a $250,000 house. Why is that? As long as you don't buy the other shit you don't need, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well,
It's just
okay, so
budgeting.
I've always said that the big downfall that couples have, I mean, this is kind of dated now, but it used to be
Sure.
the first big purchase would be a big screen TV. And then it's like, oh, it's downhill from there, right?
Yep.
I mean, now it's standard. So everyone has that because they're cheap. You can't get a small screen TV anymore, right? It's called computer monitor, right? But you just don't get many options when it comes to that.
A tire does not proclaim its tired. You know what? I think I get what she's saying with that too. Is that you don't have to proclaim how hard you're working.
Right.
The results are going to show that you're working hard, or the results are going to show that you're not. The results are going to show whether you're eating burgers for 40 meals a day, or the results are going to show that you don't.
Right.
I think if we cared more about the result of our actions than the victim mentality that a lot of people have, we would see a lot more action happening. We would see so much more getting accomplished.
Yep.
And when it comes to business owners, like we had Evan on last week, and I hope that he can quit his job one day. I really, really do. I think that Greg and his wife having this business along with the farm, you want to talk about working some days, man?
Yes.
If they're running a retail establishment plus a farm,
Ugh, that sounds like a bad idea altogether. That sounds like a lot of work.
I'd be willing to guess. But if you love it, if you're passionate about it, then you can do something with it. If you hate what you do and you're not passionate about it, you're going to suck at everything.
Generally, yes. That's the big
Right.
thing. If you,
I would be willing to bet that Greg and his wife have 5 hours to themselves a day, maybe.
if they wanted
time.
it, that's the thing. It's most people don't qualify the time. You know, they waste it. They don't put it in the right place, right?
Are you looking up a book?
I'm trying to find something that I had, but I can't find it. I thought it was relevant, but maybe it isn't if I can't find it, right?
No, I think that we have certain things that have had, like sedentary lifestyles is another one where people say, well, you know, I just don't have the time.
No.
Yeah, you do. And
Yeah,
the way
I hear that a lot.
even the AI said this, it was framing chronic inactivity as self-care rather than recognizing the risks of avoidable health decline.
Well, that is the real thing that a lot of people do, because for a long time, you know, especially if you got injured, it was you're supposed to rest, which is about universally the worst advice you can give, because taking rest doesn't do anything, just lets the inflammatory process kind of work its way out. You're supposed to do movement.
Right.
So you break your leg, or no, even better, you go get a hip replacement. Okay. What's the first thing they do when you wake up?
Get you to walk.
They get you moving, right?
Right.
Whether you like it or not. It's like, sorry, we're going to get you moving right now.
Right. And I think when you say that it's self-care to me is I like to learn. And I would say AC and you are the biggest learners, because again, not that I am checking out your Facebook, but you show up on my feed all the time. There's a girl that's reading and learning and writing and studying and researching and getting better at her craft and is a student of what she's doing. And you're a student of what you do. I'm a student of what I do. I am always learning. And as soon as you let your brain get lazy, your body's going to follow.
Well, that's the thing. It's very easy to fall into the disrepair, to just sort of lose track of everything and just stop.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, laziness is self-care, blame shifting, defaulting to the system or the government for every setback.
Yeah.
Come on. And I don't agree with what we have for leadership or anything in this country right now.
Right.
But I can't blame them for anything. Like it's affecting me in 0%. Even if prices go up. And this is where I was listening to this guy and he said, eggs have never been cheaper. Do you agree with that statement?
I don't know. Because I can't actually tell you what eggs cost 3 years ago.
You do need moments to do nothing. You're right.
And I keep buying eggs regardless of the price.
Right. But here's how it has to go to scale. So considering how much money people bring in per hour, per month, per week, per year.
Correct. Yeah.
Eggs are cheaper than they've ever been. But we lose our shit when they go up $2.
Well, we lose our shit when everything goes up except for our salaries, right? Because we'd like to think that as our income goes up, we'll develop more spending power, not realizing that we're just getting cost of living increases that doesn't really give us more spending.
Right, but you're still going to buy things like, you keep buying. I buy eggs all the time, but here's the thing. I'll ask you a question that you might know the answer to, you might not. What does it cost to go to the movie? Exact number.
The exact, for how many people?
4.
4 people? Your popcorn?
What do you spend every time you go to the theater?
When we went to
I want the exact number. What's
it's $150.
Exactly?
It was and change, yes.
Okay.
For simplicity,
if it was $160, would you not go?
I would still go.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. The eggs thing is there.
Yeah.
And
eggs are just they're just a very simple thing for people to get angry, because the machine is built on rage. If you can get people fired up, people don't even know what the cost of eggs were 2-3 years ago or whatever. They get upset because now it's expensive. Well, technically they were always expensive, but are you buying any? Like, really, how many eggs does the average person use on a weekly basis? They're not going to be like you and me, where we go through 6 or 7 a day, right?
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that we bitch that we don't have any money, but we'll still spend $160 at the theater,
Yes.
or we'll still spend more on eggs, or coffee went up because of a crop failure. So we're
Yeah.
going to spend the money on the coffee. Like coffee went up and it's considerably more expensive.
Is
And
it?
we all have a coffee. Yeah. Yeah. So it's more money,
Okay.
but are you going to stop buying
I'm a
coffee?
terrible shopper. I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, coffee used to
Yeah.
I'll use Folgers as the example. That stuff used to
Okay.
be 10, it used to be $10 a can. Now it's 26.
Wow.
So that's a
Okay.
huge jump.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to stop buying coffee? And would you say, screw it, I'm going to buy no name coffee now because it's cheaper than what I usually buy?
Not for me.
Have
No
you
way.
ever tried it?
I actually have. When I was in school for massage,
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money to buy coffee, right?
Mhm.
So I was buying no-name coffee. So my classmates found out about that, and they were really horrified that I was drinking this coffee, and I kind of got pressured really hard to go get second cup.
See, and I'm a guy who I've never been to Second Cup.
It was very good. I think some of the wind is being knocked out of their sails lately.
See, and for me, it's like Coke and Pepsi. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you the difference if you put a gun in my mouth. I don't know the difference. Okay.
Really,
No.
really.
No. Like if you put Diet Coke in my Ryan Coke, I couldn't tell you that it was not Coke or not
Oh,
Pepsi.
okay.
But I don't drink it straight. Like I haven't had a
Yeah.
can of Coke in who knows where.
But you could tell your different whiskey brands, no problem.
100%.
Yeah, right.
That-
That's
that-
what's
yeah.
important.
I don't like Pepsi. I don't know. Like if someone says, I've never been to a restaurant where someone said, if they're serving Coke and they're like, is Pepsi okay?
Yeah.
And I've never heard someone say, oh God, no. Like what you won't drink the other one? They're both sugar water. Like, what do you care? You're polluting the
Well,
shit out of yourself.
It's kind of like Bud Light. Now Bud Light is the main thing. Coke and Pepsi are entirely different tastes. So that's the thing. They're entirely different.
If I could tell you the difference between Coke, I'd say Pepsi seems to be sweeter.
Yeah, it's a more pleasing flavor.
So you're a Pepsi guy.
No, I'm not. I'm a Coke fan.
And I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't buy Pepsi.
You won't?
I don't like it.
So if you're at a restaurant that serves Pepsi, will you not have the Pepsi?
I will begrudgingly get a Pepsi, or I will see what else they have.
Really?
Seriously, yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, I just do not like it.
I don't know what restaurants serve what. I know that I think McDonald's serves Coke, and I don't know. Okay, what do the other ones serve?
Like where?
Other fast food joints, because I'm sure there's Coke and Pepsi split somewhere.
Well, okay, so there's it's a weird thing, Coke and Pepsi, okay? Because Pepsi owns quite a few brands, like Pizza Hut. They own
Yeah.
Taco Bell, so they're all Pepsis, obviously.
Right.
McDonald's is the big one for Coke. Like that's the big one.
But they also make their Coke differently than others in that they increase their syrup.
They have a higher quality. Yeah. It is much better. So if you get a freestyle Coke, you're gonna have the best Coke experience, period. Like the ones in the movie theaters.
Yeah, I like playing with the flavors of the movie theater.
Yep.
I'm like the old man. Like, are you still there? Yeah, I'm still here. Pebbles, the Great Value coffee. I kind of want to try. Like for me, the canned coffee is all the same, unless I go to like Forbidden Flavors and get a bag of something like really nice.
Yeah. That's generally the only thing I get.
Yeah, like I'd say Folgers, Edmonds, Nescafe. That's all the same to me. And you're not, as long as it's strong, I'll drink it. Like if it's strong coffee, I will drink the strong coffee. Like Kelsey puts the coffee together sometimes. Like she'll put the coffee in the machine, the water in the machine. So I get up in the morning and you just turn it on. If I do it, it's 5 scoops. If she does it, I know goddamn well it's 4. And I will always go and just put another scoop in. So I wanted to, damn it, I forgot to buy cream. Ugh. Looks like we're having black coffee tomorrow.
Black like your soul.
Do you drink black coffee?
Always black coffee.
Why?
Always.
Why?
Because it just tastes better. It's not really coffee. Yeah. It's not really coffee if you put a lot of stuff in it.
Okay. Would you eat salad without dressing?
I wouldn't eat a salad.
Then a cup of coffee isn't a cup of coffee. Let's put some cream in it.
I wouldn't eat a salad, period.
It's like the dressing for your coffee beans.
Yeah.
I'm going to have black coffee tomorrow. I don't have a choice. I'm having black coffee tomorrow because I'm an idiot.
I am
I went to the grocery store and didn't buy it.
I am so anti-salad, it's ridiculous.
Really? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
No, Pebbles, this isn't instant. Like 5 scoops in the coffee maker.
Yeah, yeah, in the like the 8 cups, which is that the right amount?
You know what I don't mind? I don't mind because my grandparents used to drink Nescafe instant,
Right.
and they'd only put a pot of coffee on if company was coming over.
Yeah.
I don't mind. We have some, and I will. I put usually Splenda and cream because I'm weak.
Fancy. Very fancy.
Tomorrow it's black because I did not pick up cream, and there's no milk in the fridge either.
See, all I drink typically is espresso.
That's like the heroin of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, would you drink a cup of espresso or like a little tiny giblet of it? Or giblet?
Oh, a giblet of it. So we have I get the espresso beans, okay, but we've got a single serve Keurig machine with like the little pods,
Yeah.
the refillable pods. So I put the coffee in there and I just make
But
it.
is that a cup of coffee or a shot glass of coffee? Is the question.
That's a cup of espresso.
Damn.
Well, it's not the full load of. It's not the full load. It'd be like an Americano.
What the hell is Americano?
Here we go. Okay, an Americano will be like 2 shots of espresso, fill it up with hot water. So it's like that much coffee.
So watered down coffee?
Watered down espresso.
So what's the difference between that and me putting a drop of cream in mine? How big is my
Yeah, you uncivilized, like Ukrainian. Cream and everything.
It's like putting ketchup in your whiskey.
Ketchup in your whiskey. Jesus.
No, I think that, again, we're way off track here. But yeah, I tomorrow, damn it, I didn't buy cream. I'm not going anywhere because I just had a couple drinks, so I'm not driving anywhere. Do you think Uber would deliver?
They would
cream
for that, yeah. It cost you probably $15 for a liter. Just use Bailey's. Just put some.
I'll put a scoop of ice. I could.
There you go.
I could.
It's fine.
Kelsey has that creamer.
It's a weekend, right?
So, it is. But Kelsey has that creamers that women like, and there's nothing food related in that bottle.
No, it's like seaweed and flavor.
She likes hot creamer. Walk to the grocery store. I can't walk to the grocery store because it's too far away. I'm feeling kind of lazy.
It's 9:30. They're not going to be open for much longer either, eh?
No. And I've got. Oh my god! I drank.
Way too much butter ripple. Oh, just put some butter ripple in your coffee.
I could. You know what? I'll nut up and I'll have black coffee tomorrow.
Nut up or shut up, eh?
Nut up or shut up.
Nut up or shut up.
Okay, let's wrap this up because we're gonna.
Let's get out of here.
Here's what I think. Convenience store. I'm not close enough. I'm close to a Seb, but I might as well walk to Sobeys because I'm literally a block off.
We're literally at a food desert. No, we're at a food desert. Like, there's no food around our area. Like, there's like no coffee shop. Oh no, there's H Coffee, but even that's, I guess the problem. That's why I hate the West End. Is just everything is so residential. There's not enough little shops around.
That is a first world problem if I've never heard one.
I agree. It really is bad planning of a city, right?
They didn't plan.
There should be more commercial in our area.
Why? This is a residential area.
Yeah, but the worst. Okay, say Brookwood.
Dude, you live 3 blocks from Sobeys.
I know, but if you were to take Brookwood, for example,
yeah,
like, man, it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah, but they built it on a swamp.
What would go there? Story. That's a whole. Well, homes apparently the most expensive homes in Brandon. Hey?
Right. I'm not putting a strip mall there. I'll tell you that.
Probably be better than having some of those homes be a good property revenue.
No, the lovely neighborhood. I recommend it to everybody. But no, rewinding back to where we started with this. I think that
we're just turning into bastards now.
I think we make excuses for things they just don't. Aren't you close to a grocery store? I'm kind of close to a grocery store.
It's
be a 15-minute walk.
Yeah. And they'll close at 20. Or do they close at 10?
They close at 11.
You could.
I can drink. I'm okay. I'm a big boy. I can drink black coffee.
Good as Sev.
I'm a man.
But then, might as well go. Yeah.
right?
I'm a
No,
strong,
I think
strong and independent man.
I'm a strong, independent man. How come that's not a phrase that gets used?
I don't know.
Ladies in chat,
Why is it?
I said I'm a strong, independent man. Would that sound ridiculous?
It's there's another one that I like that nobody ever uses. Well, I don't like it actually. Dadpreneur. You see mompreneurs all the time, but you never see dadpreneur.
I think there's as many women starting businesses as guys now. 100%.
Generally, there is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And they run them really well. Like, I'll tell you, I believe that women are far more efficient than we are. Or there's more attention to detail.
It's a
Does that make
different.
sense?
It's different. It is 100% different. They view things a lot different than guys do, which is neither good nor bad. It's just how things are. Now, the problem with, I would say, women businesses, female-run businesses. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
And here we go. Right.
Cancel passes.
Is when people start saying
Take out of the shot so nobody ties me to this, whatever he says.
When people say it's a women-run business, that doesn't have the same meaning anymore because it's so normalized that women are running businesses.
Yeah.
So
and I think that there was a
it
time
used to be a big deal. Like it was like, oh my God, like celebrate this sort of thing. But now there's so many of them. It's like, well, yeah, they should be running business. Like that's what they want to do. Great.
There's a lot of guys that they couldn't manage a 2-hole shit shack.
Oh God, like, geez, look at some of the, like, you get some of the people there's,
we know
they just can't. They just can't. Some of them, all they do is the minimal amount of work, and I'm going to be really critical about a lot of guys here, but
yeah,
you guys aren't pulling your weight,
Yeah, like I think that when you have do it. If you want to do it, go do it. And I love the fact that there was that time where we're going to pick on the ladies, but they had to prove that they could.
Right.
Once you prove that you can, and you've inspired others to do so, suddenly you've started a train.
Yeah.
Right. So you will influence people in your ring, in your circle, in your type, if you're a lady or whatever, and you start that momentum and it keeps on rolling and someone else joins that train and now they're acting like the 5 people that they're around and they want to be that. I will commend any kind of success, anybody that wants to put their neck on the line for a business or whatever it is. But I'll tell you right now, Jay, you inspire me to push forward with the projects that I push forward with because you don't stop ever. You go.
Well, is that where the fun is? That's where the fun is.
The thing is, when we put that date of the 15th, like we're going to get this bang, bang, bang by the 15th. We both knew that we were both busy as shit.
Yeah, that was bad planning on that one, eh?
Could we do it? No, but here's what happened though. I was bound and determined to get it done. To the point where
most of it done.
I need this done. I need this done. I need this done. This didn't work. I had a technical issue here. Not an excuse.
So there's the thing sometimes, it doesn't matter how hard you try to do the right thing. Sometimes it still doesn't work out, right? You just still can't.
But what happened yesterday? I did how much more yesterday?
Yes.
That needed to get done in the last 2 weeks. And guess what? Back on track. So we'll get it
Which is only a few more days.
It's only a few more days. Are you going to be ready on the 1st?
What is the 1st? What day is the 1st?
The day after the last day of November.
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
I won't be.
December 1st.
Maybe.
That's a Monday. So
maybe.
I'll start filming today. So, or not today.
Tonight?
Tomorrow.
No, you're not.
Tonight today was supposed to be my filming day, and then Mr. Protein Powder had a little bit of a disaster with that one.
Had to get out as fast as they could.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, Jay, don't leave. We'll stop the live, but I need to talk to you for a minute after we finish this up.
Cool.
But
let's do it.
Here's the thing. I think that whenever I see someone push forward and push hard and get it done, they're very rarely complaining. I don't hear a lot of successful people bitching. I don't hear busy people complaining.
No.
Productive, busy people complaining.
A person who's doing more than you will never look down on you, right?
Of course. And they want you to succeed. I want you to be as successful in your business adventures than anybody else I know. Why?
Well, I mean, that's the
And
thing.
the next
For
person will
fun.
say, I want them to be successful too.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand that some of the petty jealousy that comes around with other people. It's like, why would you not want them to do better? Because it's really good for everyone to lift the bar.
Yeah, because what if that one guy that's doing well inspires the guy that didn't think he could do it to do it? I'll tell you one thing: if I can pull off half the shit that I do, anybody can.
Well, that's the thing. The big difference between Gary Vaynerchuk and you is he started sooner and he hasn't stopped.
Well, that's the thing. You don't
Have
stop.
have you seen some of his early stuff?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's not so
selling
good, right?
No,
It's not so
but he
good.
didn't stop. Like words of wisdom from my dad or my grandfather. With enough persistence, a man can piss a hole through a mountain.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
100%. Okay, guys,
Awesome.
everybody, keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up and work your asses off and be proud of yourselves, because I believe that there's more people that are results driven than complainers.
Yes.
So keep at it.
Absolutely.
And if you have time, relax this weekend. Enjoy it. It's cold as hell out there. We don't want to be outside.
Hey, it'll be fun. Come on, it's beautiful outside. I don't know what you're talking about. It
Sure.
is almost December after all.
It is. Okay, guys, enjoy
Okay.
your weekend. Love you guys. Thanks for hopping on. And
Have a good weekend.
we have some stuff coming down the pipe for all you guys, and
Yep.
I think you're going to really enjoy it. So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. We're going to end this. And Jay, we got to chit chat for a second. I got to tell you something.